Well, hello and thank you for joining me for another Alex on Tech interview. I'm joined today by Emad Afghani, the Vice President of Sales for Australia and New Zealand at TeamViewer. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you for coming to our event yesterday, and what a pleasure to have you with us.
Well, thank you for the invitation and thank you for taking the time. Yeah. Now, Emad, congratulations on the stellar event yesterday, showcasing all of the features and benefits of TeamViewer in a range of industrial metaverse use cases. Things have never been more impressive and they're only getting better. Now, I notice, I look on LinkedIn and I see that you've been to trade shows across the region to showcase TeamViewer Frontline and the Industrial Metaverse. Now, across all of these events, what has the response been like? You know, in government, in industry, in business, in the front line. How many are seeing this for the first time? How many are well versed in the industrial metaverse? And what are the most common questions you're getting from all the people that you talk to?
Well, you're absolutely right, Alex. We've been in so many events since the beginning of the year. Probably late last year, we did a couple of events as well. Mm-hmm. And the response have changed over the... Mm-hmm. It's different from one event to another.
Sure.
It differs between cities as well.
And also different industries.
Of course. So, for example, we met a couple of months ago in the Canberra event where the government, it was a main...
Tech in government.
Tech in government, exactly.
Yeah.
And that the use cases were different, where customers from the government sector had different anticipations from a new emerging technology. An event like yesterday, for example, we're here in Perth, and it's a totally different setup.
Well,
we have different customers coming from the mining, coming from
oil
energy, and gas, and manufacturing. It's different, and also that reflects also the knowledge of the customers we talk to. It differs as we go from one event to another.
Sure, but what are the sort of questions people are asking you? There must be some commonalities, but there must be some very specific differences based on those industries that you just spoke about.
It differs as well depending on what you do in an organization, for example. But until last year, people thought of AR as in a gamification.
Yeah.
Some sort
of toy.
Yeah. How can I see it in the Facebook environment? And how kids play for it in it, for example. But now people are realizing that, especially with the help of TeamViewer, of course, because we took this technology to the industrial world. So we saw a big opportunity there, and we wanted to tell our customers that this is how you can use AR. So the questions were different. Now customers are coming to us. You know what? I get it. We like it, and we would like to implement it in our environment. How can you help us? So these some sort of the new questions we're getting. To be honest, we're getting some more advanced questions from customers.
Yeah,
they know that it is there for them,
yeah.
And they know which department to use it, and they want to tailor make it. The beauty about the technology, it is a platform. So sometimes we as a vendor can tell customers what you can do with it, and sometimes we sit and we listen to customers and we learn from them how they perceive AR being implemented in their environments.
TeamViewer has a lot of great use cases which I'll point to, and also there was the whole presentation yesterday that I filmed, as well as the presentation at the F1 GP timeframe in Melbourne, and also Hendrik Witt's presentation at Collider, which will be in the same set of videos that accompany this video interview. So there's a lot of examples out there and a lot of use cases, but what are some of the customers you can talk about that you've been helping in Australia to start using TeamViewer Frontline in their businesses? And if you can't mention any specific customers, then tell us about some of the industries.
Definitely, we cannot disclose names of customers, but so far the two main use cases are the remote support. This is one of the common use cases. Show me what you see. Because at one point, with the shortage of employees, skilled employees that the world is suffering from, you need to send someone somewhere, but they stop at one point and they need an expert's eye to come and help them. So this is one of the very common use cases. Also, the workflows, for example, integration with workflows. Some of our customers have already created some simple workflows using AR technology to go to sites where, for example, you need to have it, if you like the skills, for example, you need to see it happening in front of you, and you do step by step. So these are the most common cases. We have very advanced discussions depending on the customer nature or industry, but so far it's been between remote assistance, for example, and workflows. And inspection definitely is a very big sector for us here. Many customers are very cautious when it comes to employees' safety, and they like to make sure that their employees are taking the highest measures before taking any job.
Yeah, and with those headsets, with the augmented reality or AI that can determine that you are wearing the gloves or the helmets,
you get alerts. It is very light. Most of the TeamViewer is not a hardware manufacturer. We're not going to be, obviously, but we work with the leading hardware manufacturers, and those devices are very advanced and very light. Some of them are less than 100 gram.
Yeah, somebody mentioned 68 grams.
68 grams, for example,
incredible.
like what you...
From Vuzix, yeah.
From
Well,
Vuzix.
again, people can watch the demonstrations and the videos.
Correct.
It's really quite impressive stuff.
Correct.
Now, TeamViewer also is continuing to be bold, not just in advancing the industrial metaverse, but you've sponsored the Metronis AMD Mercedes F1 team and now Manchester United. So, I mean, those sponsorships have delivered in spades, haven't they?
100%. On top of the excitement it brings to us as employees in TeamViewer, but as a company, TeamViewer has been the remote connectivity software for years and years. Having those sponsorships helped us to take this to the next level. We definitely benefited from the massive fan base of the two teams, the mega sports teams like Manchester United with 1.1 billion fan base. That's great. Not only that, but also TeamViewer is part of the day-to-day.
Their operations.
Their operation.
Yeah, we saw it
from Ian Fox yesterday when he talked about 13 projects that they benefited from TeamViewer. And Man United is a massive organization. I've been in the Old Trafford earlier this year, and I was back in the alleys, and it is like a bee cell. It's
a beehive of activity.
Beehive of activities.
Yeah.
It's very complex. And being able to help them in that operation, that's an example of what we can do to all the customers.
Yeah.
So it is exciting. So 13 projects. We are doing IoT, for example. They are remotely using TeamViewer to control the irrigation at the pitches in the Old Trafford. So 13 projects for Manchester United. Many other projects. We also help them to reduce the travel and the carbon emission, which is also a very important mission. Man United is also spreading in the world as well.
Yeah, and for the Formula One, the demonstration was how you had the HoloLens headsets and people could be trained on repairing the Formula One cars, pulling things out, seeing the live holograms on top of the actual physical
100%.
devices.
That's priceless for training purposes as well. So sometimes with the logistics, everyone is suffering in the logistics recently, and you need to train people. And having the HoloLens with TeamViewer, you can get almost a real feel of what's happening in real life.
Yeah. So we're already more than halfway through 2022. What else will you and your team be doing in the region for the rest of the year?
We have a lot to do. We've been busy in events. To be honest, we need now to sit and go talk to our customers. Those customers we have met earlier this year, we're going to go there, sit with them, take those discussions to the next level. Maybe most likely we'll be engaging in proof of concepts. We have already discussed the ROI, a solution like our solution brings, which is very, very high, and especially nowadays with the travel and the logistics shortages that we have and constraints, and this is what we're going to spend the next 6 months doing.
So what's your final message to everyone watching today?
I would like to thank you, Alex. You've been, I know you are a technology advocate and you are a TeamViewer. You told me you are a TeamViewer
Love
user.
TeamViewer. I'm everyone's tech support guy, so it's very handy to have TeamViewer to be able to support on their phones or their computers, and
we
saves a lot
talked
of
about
time.
so many cases and the remote places that we supported customers, and this is an exciting news.
Yeah, one time I was on a plane going to, like in 2019, before the
story.
pandemic, on a Virgin aircraft with the Wi-Fi going to fly to Los Angeles, and a friend of mine in the Central Coast texts me, I need help, and it's like, well, I'm on a plane, but let's give TeamViewer a go. And it was a little bit slow because, I'm going through a satellite Wi-Fi on a plane going at thousands of kilometers per hour, but it worked. Couldn't believe it. It's wonderful. So a real godsend.
You have no idea how many exciting stories we hear every day from our customers. We don't know every use case our customers. Sometimes customers surprise us with the things that they use TeamViewer, and we learn and we take it to other customers, and it's a big community.
Yeah.
The final message, I would love to be talking to my customers, meeting new people. AR is not a niche anymore.
Yeah.
It was a niche. It is. Some companies are using it for the past as part of their day-to-day operations for the past probably 10 years.
Yeah.
So talk to us. We're happy to sit with you, explain the technology to you, come to you. We are Australia-based. We have over 110 employees in Australia, and we're close to most of our customers.
Emad Afghani, Vice President for Sales in Australia and New Zealand at TeamViewer. Thank you very much for your time, and
Thank
looking
you,
forward
Alex.
to talking again.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.